I'm Marc Gill. This is Marc's on the Grill. Happy Friday. What's our thing? It's Friday. It's Friday. And I always hear that stupid Rebecca Black song in my head. I can't even deal with that. So listen, we weren't supposed to be here. This wasn't supposed to happen until like, what, 5 o'clock this evening? Mm-hmm. Let me back you up a bit. Oh, by the way, just so you know, in this box, this chill chest is 16 pounds of brisket. The smell, come here. All right, before we go, it's all wrapped in a towel. You gotta smell this. You ready? Come on inside. Oh yeah, did you see that? Yeah. Really, this is something. I gotta tell you, that's the best smell in the world. All right, when I'm dead and gone, if my friends and family remember one thing about me, he always smelled like brisket. It was so weird. All right, so here's what we did, guys. Let me, who's waving?
Gita.
Who?
Gita.
Gita. Hi, Gita.
And Josh.
And Josh. Cool. So here's what we did. We kind of started. We wanted to do a brisket the whole time, right? And you know, we've done briskets on the show before, and we always pick a different way to do it, or pick a different rub. We've got the train guy here. We've got the master built electric. We've got the charbroil 3-in-1. You can turn the kettle grill into a smoker. You got the big green egg and the little big green egg, big green and big mini. And we've got the charbroil too. We have ways to smoke brisket, okay? But we don't have a pellet smoker back here. So we haven't picked one that we want to dedicate the real estate to yet. There's so many makes and models, and you know, we've been busy. All right, we got lots to do. So I was at a closeout sale, and I saw this thing, and I'm like, hey, I recognize that little emblem. That's Rec Tec. I've seen these guys doing their thing online. They're familiar with the product. Cool guys, cool products, really cool stuff. Good food. Check them out on rectec.com. Stevie and something. I should have looked it up between last night and today. So I see this pellet grill, and I'm like, okay, let's give this a whirl. This is the Rec Tec B380 Bullseye entry-level pellet grill. There we go. Pellet grills all pretty much work the same. They've got a hopper, boom, which holds the rabbit food or wood pellets. Maria, who's 10, I gotta remember. She goes, what is that? I said, well, that's where the rabbit pellets go. Ew! So it's not rabbit pellets, it's wood, okay? So this has a nice big hopper. I didn't have to fill it, which was kind of cool for a great big smoke that we did. And then right down here and in here, there's an auger, a big, heavy, like twisty thing. And as it twisty things, it pulls those wood pellets into the chamber where it burns. So that's kind of the basis of a pellet smoker. Now, this is an entry-level one, so a little smaller, a little lighter, a little more portable, not quite as heavy, not quite as insulated. Really quick and easy to use. You put the igniter and the power on, turn it up to high. 4 minutes later, you're kind of going. Turn the igniter off, and then fiddle around with a dash temperature setting. This is where they saved a couple of bucks, all right? They didn't put one of those thermometers in, so you kind of got to guess. So here's where I ran into trouble, okay? We picked out a great big, like 16.5 pound prime USDA prime brisket. All right, so I figured, okay, what it was, an hour and a half a pound. I pulled out my calculator. That came out to like between 20 and 24 hours this was going to take. So I've kind of tested this thing a couple of times and played with the temperature, and I think one of the downfalls of this particular model, but it's an entry level, you deal with it, is that it doesn't have that exact temperature gauge. So it's a much easier grill, but I did learn that this is not one that you want to leave overnight. All right, so what happened was I woke up this morning, and even though the temperature, you know, goes down at night, I figured, you know, it might go down a couple of degrees. Well, it shot up to about 300 overnight. So when I went to check the temperature, she was close, man. And if I've learned one thing in 20 plus years of infomercials and commercials and shooting things over and over and over again, when the food's ready, you're ready.
Paula Reynolds says hi.
Hi, Paula Reynolds.
Mark Winpigler.
Hello. Remember to throw down there where you're saying hello from. So our plan was to come on right about now and show you how to wrap this thing. I'm like walking around. Where do I put my coffee? What's happening? You know what? Best coffee warmer in the world. There we go. So what was I saying? Thinking about coffee. Thinking about cutting things. Thinking about all kinds of stuff. So we were going to come on right about now, and we were going to wrap the brisket, okay, in brown butcher paper. Best stuff to get, man. If you like briskets, if you like big pork butts, anything like that, you hit that stall about 160, 165 degrees, and that's when you wrap it in that butcher paper, man. It gives you that great crust, the whole 9 yards. Beautiful. That's what we did. By the way, this thing, this chill chest, when you let a brisket rest, and you want to let a brisket rest anywhere between 1 and 3 hours when it's done, you want to wrap it in towels, put it in a cooler. Guys, if you've seen the show before, you know I use this thing all the time. These chill chests or ones like this, these insulated coolers that fold down are just the best. So, Listen, I know it's a phone, and I know it's a computer, but come here, smell it. You can smell it. You know what that smells like.
I'm gonna smell it for
This,
them.
can you smell it? Nice.
You can't show us.
What?
Can you show us?
Well, yeah. Let's do it. What am I going to cut it through the towel? All right. So I'm going to take that guy out. It's so warm. It's nice. It's like a pillow. I want to hug it. Okay. So there we go. This smells so good. Let me set that there. By the way, these things are cool because ding, 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 done. That's pretty cool.
Stuart St. John, good morning from your mom. Daniel Gannon from Texas.
Hello. Uh-oh. Texas people know brisket. So anyway, we were shooting for like a 18 to 20 hour smoke and the rest time. And because I was lazy, and it's not a knock on the machine, okay? I'll say right out of the gate, you probably don't expect the whole set it and forget it out of this guy. But there's nowhere near the learning curve or the attention required as one of those guys or like a big green egg. So listen, if you're just getting into smoking, you want to try that pellet grill thing, guys, I got to say this is a great way to start. $399 is the entry level. You don't do what Mark did. Don't ignore it totally, all right? But I will say, we caught it in time. So this thing got a nice, what are we at, 6 or 7 o'clock this morning we caught that? So this guy has a nice 13 or 14 hour smoke on it, man. Wow. So let's start unwrapping this guy. So the reason you want to put these guys in a towel, oh, I can't even deal with it. Look at this. Oh my God. That makes me so happy. The reason you want to put these in a towel is because you've spent that much time in a smoker around, dry air. Even if you put water in there. So the reason I like to wrap is, I'm not much for the, the hard crust, the hard cap. I like it tender. So I find that it cooks better. I find it tastes better. And God, it looks good. So have I got this guy set up? No. Here we go. Now I do. Isn't that nice? Oh my God, that smells so good. All right, so let me go ahead and throw this out. Ricky the raccoon didn't get at it, so that's pretty good. I got my damp cloths. I'm taking my time here. I'm savoring the moment. So guys, remember, when you cut a brisket, you want to cut against the grain. I had a look at this when we put in. The grain is kind of running this way. Works out perfect. Oh, I got a new knife. You ready for this? Oh, here we go, dramatically. Oh, yeah. Isn't that pretty? My son would be proud. All right, here we go. It's always the moment of truth. That went in nice. Okay. Oh, Trish, look at that. Are you kidding me with this thing? That is about as perfect as it's going to get, guys. That nice crust. Oh, yeah, look at that smoke ring. So here, I will say right off the bat, you are going to get that smoke ring from this pellet smoker. However, it is not as deep a smoke ring as you would get in one of the bigger smokers. So here we go. Let me pull this up here. Oh my God! Now, a nice test of a brisket. It should just pull apart when you do that. I just want to giggle. I want to cry. This is so awesome. Look, I'm picking it up to eat it, and it keeps falling apart. Let me do that again. That is so good. Oh my God, that's good. Mmm. Mmm. All right. Get a couple more. Here. People love these ones. Pull it across, and there it is.
Kedrick, good morning.
Oh, Kedrick, I know you were waiting for this, buddy. Let me put this towards the sun a little bit more and give you another cut. You ready? Oh my goodness, you guys. I'll tell you, it may have jumped the temperature a little bit. It may have given me something a little bit unexpected, but holy moly, if this isn't an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, perfectly done brisket. Guys, make sure you got that meat thermometer. You're shooting for 190 to 195 degrees. Don't forget that rest. Look at this.
Kedrick's yelling, cut the thick part.
I got to save that, Kedrick. I got to get a couple of the big time camera shots. But look at this. Are you kidding? Let's see that again. That's the best thing you've ever seen, you guys. So I'll tell you what, smoking doesn't have to be hard. Barbecuing doesn't have to be hard. Take a little bit of time, learn the right way to do it, and you will absolutely be rewarded for your efforts. Guys, I know it's early for this. We're just going to put an egg on the plate. That makes it breakfast somehow. So thanks for joining us, you guys. Listen, that Rec Tec Bullseye pellet grill, good way to start. Look what it did. honestly, I didn't do anything but panic a little bit this morning when I saw the temperature go up, but just make sure you got that temperature gauge in there. Oh, man. I'm just happy. Doesn't this make you happy?
Yes.
Cool, guys. My name's Marc Gill. This has been Marc's on the Grill. I think maybe this evening, with a little bit of this, we might do a little bit of shredded brisket poutine on the Blackstone tailgater. We'll see what kind of day we have. Guys, have a great Friday. Enjoy the day. My name's Marc Gill. This is Marc's on the Grill, and this is a great way to start that weekend, guys. See you next time around.